Audio Jungle.
Hello and welcome to Mexico News Network's Breaking News. Thank you for joining us today. I am your host, Elisa Carballo, and we have excellent information for you coming right ahead. We're broadcasting from the beautiful El Dorado Royal Spa Resort by Carisma in the heart of Riviera Maya. Now, before we start, let me remind you to stay informed 24/7 by logging onto our website, www.mexiconewsnetwork.com, and also, do not forget to follow us on social networks on Facebook, Twitter, as well as Google+. You'll find us as Mexico News Network. Now let's begin today's main headline stories. Japanese auto giant Nissan has chosen Mexico to host its second global training center outside of Japan. The plant, located in the state of Aguascalientes, was considered to be the most competitive at a worldwide level. The brand new offices will provide the space to provide training to people from all over the Americas. Thus, the Aguascalientes facility will provide training for the workforces of plants in Mexico, the United States, Brazil, as well as subsidiaries on the entire continent. This great recognition is the result of years of work from a large team of manufacturing professionals who have demonstrated that their training skills are at the highest level, said Armando Avila, manufacturing vice president of Nissan Mexicana, to The Economist. Now, Nissan has been in Mexico for over 50 years, and Nissan Mexicana is considered the #1 plant in the world, as it was the most successful unit exporter in the year 2014. It's very important to mention that not only workforces from Nissan will be training at the Global Training Center in Aguascalientes. The new offices will also be receiving people from South American Renault plants due to the Renault-Nissan alliance. Mr. Avila added that as a result of the proven quality from the Mexican workforce, the company has complete trust and has actually decided to start manufacturing Infiniti luxury vehicles at Mexican plants. Moving along to other news, the European Union and Mexico are on the track to improving their current free trade agreement, which came to be in the year 2000. This is to help standardize the global rules of commerce before China gets to it. Mexico is taking great advantage of the fact that Brazil is very reluctant to enter a similar deal with the European Union. The official discussion on this agreement are expected to be held at the European Union, Latin American and Caribbean Summit in Brussels on June 12th. This is in order to flesh out the details of this agreement, which most likely would take several years to establish. However, once it is on full force, it's expected to upgrade the current agreement, moving forward together in the global economy, modernizing trade, and even online commerce. Now, both parties enjoy good trading relations. The European Union is Mexico's second biggest export market after the United States, and Mexico is also the European Union's third largest source of imports after the United States and China. The European Union Trade Commissioner, Cecilia Malmström, said that they are very ready to commit to a highly ambitious deal during a forum which took place in Brussels earlier on this week. Should a more comprehensive deal be achieved, Mexico would be joining Chile, Colombia, and Peru as one more Latin American country with modern trade agreements with the European Union as well as the United States. Now, this may set an example and possibly serve to encourage the breaking down of trade barriers in Argentina, Venezuela, and Brazil, which have in fact remained hesitant to an agreement so far. Mexican Ministry of Economy, Ildefonso Guajardo Villarreal, who also happened to attend the forum, said that with Colombia, Chile, and Peru, they are all sending a signal of fresh air that they are the countries of free traders. They are very much responsible for more than half of Latin Americans' entire exports to the world. In other news, most people have heard of the now popular adage, unity makes strength. In this spirit, Greg Stanton, mayor of Phoenix, Arizona, highlighted during his participation at the World Economic Forum of Latin America 2015 the grand importance of alliances between cities across the Americas to strengthen commerce and to find solutions to security matters along with climate change and mobility. All common problems that trouble cities across the globe, in fact. Mr. Stanton told Mexico News Network that his goal is to build a much stronger relationship between his city, Phoenix, and Mexico City, as well as other important cities of Mexico like Guadalajara, like Zapopan, like Hermosillo, prior to his participation in a session titled The New Urban Agenda, where he met with the mayors of Medellin, Colombia, Aníbal Gaviria, as well as Mexico City's head of government, Mr. Miguel Ángel Mancera. Mexico's great growing middle class has in fact caught and kept the attention of the entire world, and the empowerment of this particular sector is seen as an opportunity for foreign companies as well as consultants looking to trade with Mexican startups. Mayor Stanton in fact believes that in 30 years' time, the country will be on the top 5 of the world's leading economies. Now, Phoenix is Mexico's next door neighbor, and as so, Mexican economy does go our way, and in many ways, we are our economic unit. However, the interest of Phoenix goes beyond of the economic. As Mexico News Network has covered before, one of Mexico's most valued export is in fact its educated workforce. According to government statistics, each and every year around 118,000 engineers graduate from Mexican universities. As a matter of fact, Mexico holds 6th place in the global number of engineer graduates, which is much more than Germany, Brazil, and Spain. The excellence of Mexican professionals has been noted by many countries in the world that have in fact offered them the opportunity to innovate and work in their industries. We are going to need that talent base to compete together against other parts of the world, according to Mayor Greg Stanton added also that currently there are already education exchanges between Arizona's universities as well as Mexico's Monterrey Institute of Technology and Higher Education, better known as the Tec de Monterrey. However, in order to benefit from trade and education agreements, the United States needs more appropriate legislation on immigration. According to Stanton, Phoenix has a very important representation of Latinos, most of them young people who have grown up in the US and are becoming local entrepreneurs and a very important part of the economy of Arizona. In fact, he said that they call them dreamers. So he believes that if they can pass a comprehensive immigration reform, if they can improve education and they can also make education affordable for those young people, they are going to be a giant when it comes to international trade. Now, this is not just here in Mexico, but also in Central America and the growing economies in Brazil, Argentina, and elsewhere. In the meantime, however, Greg Stanton will continue aiming for alliances to exchange solutions, perspectives, and establish trade deals with Mexican and Latin American cities. Now, Mexico's development is a reality that reveals itself in several sectors. Proof of this is the airspace industry. Now, this is a sector that continues growing year after year, introducing improvements and higher development in each stage of an aircraft's lifespan, from its design, engineering, manufacturing, assembly, maintenance, and even recycling or refurbishing disused aircrafts. Today, the Mexican airspace industry can compete with any other in the world. This is mainly because Mexico boasts a new generation of professionals and enterprising human workforce with very high experience and very capable of innovating. It's not just a coincidence that, ever since just a few years back, Mexican universities are producing more and more engineers than any other country in America. This is Mexico's very special case. During the last few years, the nation has positioned itself as a leading producer of jet engines. That is how the biggest General Electric design and research center outside the US and Canada is in fact located in the state of Querétaro. This research center is required an initial investment of approximately $20 million. This plant provides jobs to around 1,300 engineers who develop products related to turbines for different kinds of aircrafts. There are several branches within the industry which simply keep rising. For instance, there's a brand new development in the field which has been around for a few years: the unmanned aerial vehicles, better known as UAV, which is an aircraft without a human pilot on board. UAVs offer a wide variety of applications that satisfy all kinds of requirements by gathering breathtaking aerial images for entertainment, data analysis, mapping exploration, 3D design, and much more. Sharing territory with the United States in California and with Mexico in Baja California, 3D Robotics is a company specialized in both UAV and drones technology, which has allowed a significant progress in terms of photography, ecology, rescue, construction, research, as well as agriculture. While strengthening the technology branch, Mexico stands in the spotlight of investors from all over the world who have in fact been placing their trust in both the country's economy as well as a new kind of manpower, capable, innovative, and entrepreneurial. Now don't go anywhere, stay right with us because we will be back with more information on Mexico, the world of science, technology, and more. All of this after these few messages.
Audio Jungle.